Alright, this is just going to be a very short video. Yeah, just a real quick video, and we're going to show you, I'm preparing a test for some spotlights, and I just want to get an idea of how different elevations affect the, the light, how far it projects, and the coverage area. So just for this test, and we're waiting for nightfall, which is almost nightfall, about an hour to go. And we're using the battery bank, and I don't have it hooked up to the solar bank yet. But remember, I was curious to see how that wears, and as we can see, one of the batteries is beginning to show some wear. So that's good. At least we know how it works. We're putting out 9 watts of power, and it's probably going to use some more once the spotlights are on, I think. Out of 100. So we got plenty of juice, and the batteries are starting to wear and tear. Now the question is going to be, when we hook it up to the solar bank, will charging the battery bank offset the wear and tear on these batteries, or will it charge it? Is that how that works? Will the durability level increase as we charge the batteries? So that's going to be the big question there. But I'm going to switch to my power tool, and you can see I have power going to this relay, and we're going to power that. These are actual spotlights that I want to use, but these aren't test lights. For my test going on, I have the power here. Oh, and I should probably reconnect this one here. This one's going up to that light. And this wire is going, this is how I have the test set up. I put a half block on the edge of my platform, and this is where I have the switches mounted. So that relay connects to this relay, is going to power all the switches. And you can see wiring goes and connects all the switches here. And each of these switches correspond to one of the 5 spotlights. And as you can see, let's go ahead and get down here. We have a spotlight at ground level. And then we have a spotlight with sitting on one block of like a round log, sitting 1 block up, and then the next one's 2 blocks up, 3 blocks up, and 4 blocks up. So we can compare. And of course, you can turn all these on manually, I think. Let's see. No, that's not what we want. No, I probably shouldn't have. I think you have to, yeah, I guess it doesn't work. Huh. That's interesting. Yeah, it probably requires power from the switches, and the power is off. But this is, and as you can see, for power from each switch goes down to a corresponding relay. It probably doesn't, I don't know if it needs to be this complicated, but it was just easier for me to organize the cables. And of course, once we switch to another item besides the power, the wire tool, then all the little electric lines will disappear. But and as you can see, let's go up here, and let's see, and you can see the switches. We're going to switch on. There we go. Oh, and see, that one is off. See, that's right. See, I manually turned that switch off, and so that's why it's not responding. If we go back down, we can see all the spotlights are lit up, except this one I had manually switched this one off. So we're going to manually switch this one on again here. There we go. And it's what, 9:45, almost 10 o'clock. We might just wait. I hate burning up recording time. But we're so close to being manually done. I probably should spread this out further, and I probably could. The wiring's already in place, so that's fine. So it's just a matter of seeing. It's too hard to tell right now till it gets dark. But I want to see if there's any different differences in the light patterns here. And as we can see, that as the lights get elevated, the area where the light hits the ground, moves further and further away from the pole. So that's good. So we have a little bit of a, hopefully a little bit of a longer light pattern. Let's take a look. It's almost nighttime. And these are actual spotlights that I want to use. Now, one thing that's interesting, and I didn't realize right away, if you want to aim this, you press and hold, and then you select this block command, and then it'll take you to this screen. And this actually lets you, it's similar to the camera, lets you direct and aim the exact location of the camera. Okay, there we go. And then you exit out, and it's lit up here. Okay, so it's officially nightfall. Still a little light out, though. It's not quite dark. Never mind. It's just trash. Not quite sure exactly. It's still a little hard to see, so we may have to wait till it gets darker. But yeah, again, the nice thing is that if we do want to aim it, we can aim it. So we have a number of options. God, look, I can't believe I'm getting cold. Anyways. Okay, now it's starting to get dark. Okay, this is good. This is what I was waiting for. And if we look here, we walk along the ground, is it going to get lighter? It gets a little lighter. Where's the... Okay, this is what... okay. I guess how we can tell is if we walk along this path and it gets a little darker. Let's try over here. Right in front of the spotlight here. It's pretty similar. It really is. So yeah, being mounted doesn't seem to really affect things too much this way. Now we're going to do another test, and I'm going to put some spotlights along the wall here. And get an idea of how we can better see exactly how much light are they putting out. And I might do a couple levels, maybe one at ground level. I might do low, like 1 block high, 2 blocks high, and maybe 3 blocks high, perhaps. So we'll see. We'll see. But the main thing that we're noticing, are we picking up any zombies? Oh, zombie over there. Oh, come on. There we go. Big old messy pulp. Yeah, but what we're noticing is the light dispersion is pretty good up to this point. And it doesn't seem... Oh, spider zombie. Good. Yeah, the light dispersion doesn't... I think is dead, right? Yeah. Yeah. So there's really not a big difference as far as mounting it up higher. Unless maybe we were going to highlight a building, perhaps. But for just general purpose use, I think we're in pretty good shape. It doesn't seem to project any farther, at least. Like, it seems the cutoff seems to be about here, which would be, let's see. One, let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Probably about 14 blocks long is about how long your light distance is. And because if you look at this little walkway here, there doesn't seem to be much of a difference in the level of illumination, I think. I can't notice much of a difference. So, yeah. So, the length seems to be about 14 blocks long. And I don't really see a huge need to mount the spotlights too high, because then you have this dead spot here at the base. Only difference, again, that we might see is if we're going to highlight a building or a wall. And, like, again, for that test, we will probably test over in that area. So, that's my little mini test so far. But like I say, we can adjust these lights later too, and at least my infrastructure's in place. If we want to spread these out more, we'll experiment a bit.